I feel like could have been handled differently by talking in private, where it doesn't blow up all over social media and gets talked about on a daily basis.
What's up, family? Welcome to the Shadow League Locker Room. I'm Jonathan Wells, your host, former running back for the Houston Texans and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Today, we're going to be breaking down some major power moves that are going on within the NFL and NBA. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with defensive end from the Chicago Bears, my guy, Jamree Kromah. Jam, what's good, boss?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's a pleasure to have you on, man. They got a lot of stuff going on. Today, we're going to start with the Cleveland Browns, man. I know you're a defensive end, so Myles Garrett, man, who everybody thought he was on his way out of Cleveland, but in a turn of events, he comes around, signs a long-term deal with the Browns. Now, there's a lot of people that say that that's a great move for the Browns, but at the same time, like Shannon Sharpe says, that he's not going to take the Cleveland Browns serious until they find their franchise QB. Do you agree with that, or you think that this is going to be a good enough move to get them back into the playoff hunt?
I mean, I feel like money in business is a whole different situation, but when it comes to opinions and when people are entitled to their own opinions, that's another different situation too. So I feel like with Myles Garrett in that contract, when he was offered that deal, it's kind of like very hard for you to turn to that kind of money, because what if another team, doesn't match that or top that, say they get him more money. So it's like you can't turn that down. That's life changing money for him to accumulate later on for his career. But I say for Shannon Sharpe, he's not playing right, like playing. He's retired, but he's still in the sports world. But everybody gonna have their own opinion to say when it comes to those kind of shows and being on the media. So it's like I said, everyone's entitled to their own thing.
Gotcha. Understood. Well, listen, we're going to keep talking about quarterbacks, man. Right now, they're talking about Aaron Rodgers may be headed to the Steelers on a 2-year deal. And also now they're saying that Russell Wilson is meeting with the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. Do you think it's a smart move, man, for them to go and sign an aged veteran like this when you're talking about Aaron Rodgers coming back off an injury for basically the second year in a row? You think it's a good move for these guys to go out and sign these older quarterbacks?
Like quarterbacks is different, because like when the quarterback comes in the building, comes in the organization, they run their office a certain way. So if the quarterback is being very productive, showing a lot of production, just getting better, that means like the whole system with that office is going to get better too. So it's all about the pieces that you put around him for the system to move very fluent.
Got it. Understood. Okay, so one more thing we're going to talk about, the Seahawks trading Geno Smith, man. Do you think that was a good move? Because right now he's been playing really solid football. Do you think they jumped the gun? And do you think that he's going to be able to make it work in Vegas with him being back with Pete Carroll?
I was very surprised with that move, with Geno Smith, and also like after when they traded like DK to Pittsburgh also. But Geno being under Pete Carroll, I mean, he was under Pete Carroll before for a couple years, and I feel like fresh start for him and Pete Carroll to be in a different city, new organization. So it's just like, I think they know what the expectations is, because based on the chemistry that they had in Seattle, so they just got to bring that same chemistry from Seattle to Vegas, but just kind of shape things up to get the things rolling.
Got it. Okay, listen, now we're going to move on to what we call fair or foul segment. So I'm going to ask you about something that happened in the industry, and then I want you to tell me whether you think it's fair or whether you think it's foul. So we're going to start with LeBron James checking Stephen A. Smith in public. I want to know, when it comes to what he said about his fatherhood, about his son, whatever it is, do you think it was fair or foul for LeBron James to step to him as a man on the court?
I'm like in the middle, but
you can see it either way. Honestly, you can definitely see it either way.
Yeah, it's both ways, because you just address it in that particular situation and talk about it, but at the same time, probably LeBron didn't know that people was going to like record a conversation, not to say like audio conversation, but just like videos and stuff. So I feel like it could have been handled differently by talking in private, where it doesn't blow up all over social media and gets talked about on a daily basis. So I say like, is it in the middle, because like as a father, you stand up for your children, make sure you be there for your children. That was a father situation, but outside of the father situation, like man and man, I'll say it's foul to like say it in that kind of setting, like talk about it in that kind of situation. But I say
Mm-hmm.
after the game, just talking private, like outside the locker room or a certain private room where things will get handled and you just go on to the next thing.
Gotcha. Okay, so right now we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about Coach Deion Sanders. He's reportedly holding out for a contract extension. I think they say he have a pretty good offer on the table. Do you think it's fair or foul for Deion Sanders to hold out and try to get more money?
I mean, based on what you've seen with his impact within the first 2 years, like, okay, the first year they didn't go to the bowl game, but the second year they was ranked high, had a great record, but didn't win the bowl game. But you got to see the impact too that he brought to Colorado. So for him holding out, it's like it's kind of fair, it makes sense based on the impact he has, and why not give him more money if you know that he's going to continue to be a better coach and also have a better impact within the community.
Got it. So sticking to the Sanders family, this is gonna be our last one, boss. Sticking to the Sanders family, Shedeur Sanders, man, he been getting a lot of flack for people that are coaches or whether executives or people that are saying that he's a little bit arrogant, he's a little bit cocky. Ryan Clark just pushed back saying that this is the confidence and that a lot of white execs probably cannot handle his confidence because he's a confident black quarterback. You think it's fair or foul what Ryan Clark suggested?
I mean, it's like I said, everybody has their own opinion and like entitled to it. But regardless if you're a quarterback or you're a DB, receiver, whatever position may be on the field, but like more particularly for a black quarterback, you're supposed to have that confidence. Now, is it the confidence in a way that's like not the usual? It's very unusual by the way he presents himself. Yes, but at the same time, you got to think about who his father is and how he came in the league and left his legacy all along. So that's going to rub off him. But at the same time, I feel like Shedeur Sanders knows that, okay, right now he's going through this draft process, but he goes into the league and he gets drafted, whatever team that he lands on, he knows what the expectation is. So if he have that confidence, like right now, just carry it on, I feel like great things will work out for him. But I just feel like just something that they never seen. I mean, I never be seen something like that, like somebody that confident as a quarterback talk about themselves highly. You're supposed to talk highly about yourself because you're supposed to have love for yourself before you even love like anybody else. But with that confidence, you gotta believe in yourself because how you expect for somebody to believe in you if you can't believe in yourself? So it's just something that we never seen before, but it could be like the
Well, I,
first and only time we'll see it, or maybe it could be another prospect later on that could carry it the same way. But I don't
yeah.
see nothing wrong with his confidence, man. But he just got to just meet up to the expectations.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot of people have confidence, but not everybody has to talk about it and put it in everybody's face. But they have
Yeah,
that solid confidence. They have confidence in their work ethic, and they have confidence in what they put on tape. So
yeah,
this kind of brashness is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. I don't care who it is, whether it's the executives, it's going to rub some of the NFL players the wrong way. Because guess what? You haven't played one snap in the NFL yet. So these guys they're gonna be they're gonna be head hunting. You know what I'm saying? You're a
yeah,
defensive end. When you get your
yeah.
chance to put your hands on him, you know what you're gonna try to do. So that just comes along with being that confident, being that up front. So he definitely gonna have to back it up for sure. And I wish him well.
Yeah, the expectations is everything.
Correct. So, man, listen, it's been a great show, man. I appreciate you, man. Listen, tell the people where they can keep up with you, whether that's Instagram, Facebook, whatever you got going on social media, man.
All right, so on social media, I'm very active on Instagram. So my Instagram ad name is at Jamree Kromah, JamreeKromah.
Got it. Okay, listen, y'all go follow Jam, man. Listen, it's been a pleasure, boss, man. Good luck in your career, to your health and your success, boss. And we'll talk again soon.
All right, take care. Thanks for having me.